Investing in clean energy is the surest way to create millions of new jobs and a whole new industry that will provide an immediate boost to the U.S. economy. The results will be a big step forward in the fight against global warming and oil dependency. First, I will be telling you about what natural resources are. Second, I will be telling you about what we can do to conserve them. And third, I'll be telling you about what we can do in our own homes to conserve our natural resources. Natural resources are trees, agriculture, plants, oil, coal, which I have a picture of the coal mine right here. But not all natural resources will be available to use if we continue to use them in the rates in which we are. A lot of the natural resources we depend on are exhaustible resources because they took millions of years to make and we're going through them in alarming rates. An exhaustible resource is a natural resource which cannot be regrown, generated, or reused on at its consumption rate. These resources are consumed much faster than nature can recreate them. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas and nuclear powers are examples. Inexhaustible or renewable resources are made through a natural process, faster than its rate of consumption by humans. Energy from the sun is renewable because it continually reaches the earth and will not run out. With the help of conservationists, these natural resources can be constantly renewed and reused. I'm going to tell you a little something about why it's important to conserve our natural resources. There are many reasons we want to conserve our natural resources. If you're being cured for diseases, not running out of energy, and water which we depend on. For every plant and animal species we let die off, we not only lose pieces to our food chain, but species that may have medicine value in curing diseases. It is important to also sustain wildlife population for the health of their biological community. A few plants that have medicinal value, such as ginseng, echinacea, plant right here, aloe vera, and many more. There are so many plant species out there that have been tested for medicinal value, and if they were to die off or become extinct, we will never know what diseases or problems we can help us with. These goes for animal species as well. Example would be the pig heart valves that we use to replace the bad human's heart valves. Possibilities are endless to know what plant and animal parts can be used for this, and is why we protect all species. According to the article Poison Takes Toll in Africa's Lions from the CBS News website, herders have been using deadly chemicals sprinkled over animal carcasses and left traps for the big cats. The chemical is odorless and tasteless, which means it's undetectable to the lions, killing them in 24 to 36 hours. The Kenyan lion population is a fifth of what it was in the 1970s. Across Africa, the numbers are down to 30,000 from high 200,000. Here we have Kenya, a lion eating the carcasses that they sprinkled burning and poison on. Within 24 hours, its nervous system shuts down and starts to die. The Kenyan conservationist Richard Leakey said that we are appealing to the government to go the way of Europe and USA and ban importation, sales, and distribution and use of deadly chemicals in Kenya. The drug has become well known in rural Kenya. Dr. Leakey said as a way to easily dispose of predators. The farmers are uneducated in what they're doing to the animals and simply see it as a quick fix to the problem without looking at the long-term effect and which has on the lions and other species. Simon Thompson, a Kenyan bird expert, said he feared that Fernand's poisoned carcasses were also connected to the dramatic drop-off in the number of birds of prey, which was over 200,000. Without the lion and the animals, like the wildebeest, the zebra, giraffe, buffalo, and wild hogs will overpopulate and diminish all their food supply, causing the food chain to go out of control, resulting in extinction. Being able to see the lion at the zoo is always fun, but it's important to keep them alive and thriving in their own natural habitat. It's sad enough that we lost all our grizzly bears in California. It was Africa with no lions. Well, eventually we need to find other fuels for vehicles besides the current ones, which are petroleum-based. Petroleum will not last forever, and burning of the gasoline and diesel fuels contribute tremendously to the air pollution. Natural gas is much less polluting, but like liquid petroleum, it is not a renewable source of energy. The advantage of electric car is that they're less polluting. However, the electricity to run must be made somewhere, and depending on what source is used. The process may use a non-renewable fuel source and may cause pollution at the natural gas, which is the cleanest renewable energy. Here's our energy source. We only use 3.2% of renewable sources. The Department of Water Resources lets us know that in order to support its growing population and highly productive agriculture, California has constructed impressive dams, water structures, aqueducts, canals, and water storage reservoirs. Water is essential to California and quality of life. Our economy depends on it. Our family and communities cannot thrive without it, and is part of California's beauty and diverse environment. Unfortunately, California's water system is in a crisis. For the first time in the state's history, the water supply and delivery system may not be able to meet our needs. Alright, now I'm going to talk about and explain what we can do in our own homes to help conserve our natural resources. Recycling is a good habit that is good for the environment. As part of its commitment to recycling, the City of Palm Desert works with Pure Tech Waste and Recycling Service to maximize the amount of discarded material from the landfills. While California has only required cities to recycle 50% of the waste, Palm Desert is at 63%. The city is also ensuring that recycling remains a convenient and appealing option for the residents and local businesses. According to the Palm Desert Set to Save program, there are some example acceptable items for recycling, like white and colored papers, papers with staples, post-it notes, soft-bound books, hard-bound books, files, folders, cardboards, aluminum cans. And then there's some that are not acceptable for recycling, which is the food-stained papers, toilet and facial tissue, used paper towels, styrofoam, medicine, medical waste. According to the City of Palm Desert website, it is dedicated to the energy conservation as something that makes good financial sense and protects our environment for the future. A groundbreaking model for other communities to follow, Set to Save, teams the City of Palm Desert with the energy utility Southern California Edison and Southern California Gas Company and the Energy Coalition as construction standards partners in the energy efficiency and conservation campaign. The program is designed to empower the community to save money and energy by reducing energy consumption within the city by 30%. Within 5 years, though, education added financial incentives, new technology and services, and a variety of citywide efforts to heighten awareness and participations by Palm Desert residents. Palm Desert residents and businesses can take advantage of thousands of dollars in cash incentives by replacing old air conditioning, heating, ventilation, lighting, refrigeration, and pool pumping equipment with new, more efficient models. To help our wildlife and community, you can make your backyard a habitat for the plants and animals of your community. Whether you have an apartment balcony or a 20-acre farm, you can create a garden that attracts beautiful wildlife and helps restore habitat in commercial and residential areas. By providing food, water, cover, and a place for wildlife to raise their young, and by incorporating sustainable gardening practices, you're not only helping wildlife, but you're qualified to become a certified wildlife habitat. In conclusion, America's dependence on fossil fuels is a major contributor to global warming, toxic air pollution. By investing in renewable energy sources such as the air, wind, and biomass, we can help solve the energy and climate crisis. Investing in energy efficiency can also stimulate the economy by creating millions of new green jobs, putting us squarely on the path towards repowering America with clean energy. Now that I've told you about what natural resources are, why it's important to conserve them, and what we could do in our own homes to help conserve our natural resources, I hope you walk out here today, the classroom today, with a great understanding of what natural resources are, what you could do to conserve them, and why it's important to recycle. Thank you.